Hi guys, my name's Jason, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is my abandoned school, and today is another Side Quest Friday. So today is a very special Side Quest Friday because our friends at Vevor sent us 2 products to review. Well, not necessarily to review. So full disclaimer, I did receive both of these for free, but they did not pay me to do anything. So I could say whatever I want about these, and they have no creative control over that. However, the things they sent me were kind of cool. So one of the things was, you've probably seen it, it's a telescoping ladder. So this is nice to carry into small areas. It extends. It's supposed to hold up to 400 pounds. I'm probably around 200, so we're not going to test that weight limit out today, but we might check out some of its other features. The second thing I'm really excited about. So as many of you know, there are a lot of floors on this in this building, and I am constantly walking up and down these floors, and it's a killer toll on your knees. So what this is this is a dolly, but not just any dolly. This is a stair crawling dolly. So this has, you might have seen your UPS guys or your FedEx guys, though they never use these things. Because they just throw my packages out in the street. Which, by the way, we did find that lost package. Someone realized it's half of a chair and threw it out in the middle of the street. So I did find that. So look forward to that. So what this is a stair crawling dolly. This is the first time that I'm opening this, and you will go through the installation process with me as well. But it has 3 wheels, and you're wondering, oh, why 3 wheels? It spins as it's crawling the stairs. So this should be exciting because this would save me a lot of work crawling all those stairs. So I will say the packaging is not bad, but it could be better just because I have a lot of metal on metal and I do not know where the instruction manual is. So I'm gonna go grab a razor blade and we'll be right back. So I'm back and I got my trusty razor and we will crack this open and see what's in here. All right, so we have, of course, our 2 spinny wheels. So here are both. We have our, I guess that would be called the shovel, the scoop. We have 2 handle-like contraptions. This is very thin. It is actually very lightweight. So that's good since you're not carrying a lot of additional weight. And it does seem like it's made of aluminum, so it's not gonna rust out on you. But then again, most of us keep these indoors, so that might not be as big of a concern as one may think. Okay, so that is all that is in there. We have a nice steel rod. I think this is probably for the wheels to roll on. And the construction itself doesn't look bad. I mean, I guess we'll see once we start lifting some stuff. It's aluminum frame, it's riveted. It would be nice if it was probably bolted. That means it'd be serviceable. But then again, how often are we servicing these things? All right, let's see what's in the hardware box. Ah, there we go. Okay, as you see the hardware box, we do have a instruction manual. Ouch, my knees, or I should say my shins. That is what we're looking for. There is another 2 metal braces, sorry, and 2 rods and hardware, and as you may expect, tools you'll never use again. It is nice that they include them, but you know, for the heck of it, I'm gonna use these just to give you the full-on experience. So once again, I've never used this before, so I've never put this together. This isn't staged or pre-staged or anyhow. Not because I wouldn't, it's just because I literally have no time. So this is actually filmed Friday morning, so this video is actually going out the same day. So I'm just saying, I'm so overwhelmed lately that I can't actually even do all of these things at the same time. So we have our diagrams, and I'm pretty sure someone else has a manual on this of how to build this. So I'm just gonna try to breeze through this and time lapse it. So this is just a quick 30-second time lapse. There were some issues that I ran into this while assembling this, and I will address those after this time lapse. But if you're only here really to see the testing, you can skip to 10 minutes and 37 seconds, and that's when everything's completed and ready to test. But after this time lapse, basically I'll go through all the issues I had with assembling this and any problems you may have if you also purchase this same unit. Hexagonal bolt. They're all hexagonal. All right, so this is a real experience. And I'll say why is, in the instruction manual, you have these 2 reinforcement pieces right here, and they snap inside here, or should go inside here. There's a groove, and in this groove, these go on. These bolt to the outside, into this slot on the outside, and then in here. So here's one of those things, again, that I would suggest improving on. These are riveted in, so I can't actually adjust this. And this, it's gonna be real hard to see, but essentially, this piece here is slightly too small to fit over this. Not sure if you guys can see this. This is slightly too small. So that is clamped in, and then that needs to go into this corner here, but it's slightly too small. So if these were not rivets and bolts, I could loosen these and kind of spread them out a bit. I'm going to try to just force these in and see what happens. But this is a very real user experience. All right, so we're gonna try to wedge these in somehow because they are definitely too small. Ooh. All right. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, I guess that wasn't too bad. You just have to put the 2 at an angle and you slide them in. Let's go ahead and pull this up some. As long as it's in, still hand hammer. All right. Okay, that bolt fell out, great. See all tappity in. I will say they did improve in the manual. This nut wasn't captive, this bolt wasn't captive. You'd have to actually put a wrench here to hold it, but on this new version, you don't have to. But anyways, I guess, you know, since this is some stale time, we could talk about some stories and stuff. So some people ask me, like, why is the channel called Jason? And they're thinking it's something real deep. It's really not. So as a kid, I knew this kid named Johann. And, you know, similar to the famous composer Johann Sebastian Bach. So every time he introduced himself, this kid would always say, "Hi, my name's Johann," with a J. And I don't know, as a child, I just thought that was so fascinating. I was like, dude, we've known you for years. Like, why do you still need to say that? So as a joke, I used to always say to people, "Hey, my name's Jason," with a Y, because Johann sounds like it starts with a Y. And that's how the name Jason came to be. It just happened to be it's also great for search optimization. So it just stuck with it. Do I introduce myself that way? Absolutely not, but I still think it's funny to this day. That's why the channel is called Jason and not Jason. If it was called Jason, you'd probably never find me. Just make sure this fully rolls, great. Because if it didn't, that would definitely mean I installed this incorrectly. Another snag, I suppose. So as you see, these bolts go all the way through. That's not a problem. This one actually has a cutout for it, but the bolt is, I guess, too big. That bolt head is too big to go through. I mean, this is an easy fix. Maybe this will, once I tighten that down, I'll start pulling it in. But also, once again, I guess they could have shipped different hardware. This is a minor thing, but I'm just saying it's somewhat annoying as a new user. All right, that should be good. Still have one spare bolt. I mean, this isn't bad. I mean, I do like the height. There is one downside I just realized is turning is not great because since you have two wheels at the bottom, there's a type of scrub. So if I'm like going left and right, it doesn't feel super, nice, but going back and forth is really good. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna bring you guys a real life test. So we're grabbing one of these guys that I just had to carry all the way upstairs. And this thing is not what one would call light. I'm pretty sure these are in the 50, 60 pound range, which is definitely not the max capacity of something like this. Oh, that is nice. So since this guy is so long, the lever is so long, holding this actually gives you great leverage. This actually looks, bent some kind of way. But anyways, oh, that is nice. And now what we need is some stairs to test, right? So, oh, perfect. We have ample stairs behind us. All right, real scenario. Lift up. Got stairs. This is a huge pain in the butt normally. Okay. That is actually really nice. The only downside, I guess this is more or less of a design thing. It's not to the fault of this guy. It does not turn great, but that's this design. Any three-wheel or multiple wheel design is not going to turn great because you have two wheels on each side. So let's see this portion. Check this out. Nice long lever. Ouch. Also, that is my own fault. All right. Nice long lever design, which is nice. Good pivot point. This is probably like 60 pounds. So crawled up, no problem. Going up. Not bad. Not bad. I'd say maybe going down. Let's try going down. Okay. A little shakier. That's probably my fault. Oh, the weight isn't terrible on turns. You're putting a lot of weight on it. Turning might not be great, but it does actually turn not terrible. Not the worst. So, what do I think about this thing? I do have some thoughts, and some of them are positive. Some of them are, I wouldn't say negative, but in the middle. So, one, I think it's a great product just because any single product designed to solve one specific problem is going to be much better than, let's say, something that tries to do everything. And this was designed to crawl stairs, and it does that very well. Turning, maybe I'm just being a little bit nitpicky because it does turn. It doesn't turn poorly. It's just that with 4 wheels on the ground instead of 2, inherently you're going to get some scrub. It's not going to spin as easily as if you just had 2 wheels on the ground. But then again, with just 2 wheels on the ground, you're having a bunch of problems getting upstairs. So before I contacted Vevor, I think that's how you spell their name, I did look at a lot of other companies that made these, and I will say from a value perspective, and I'm always about value. Value perspective, I think this is a really good value because the price point does come in a lot lower than some other stair crawling dollies. I will be putting this thing through its paces, so if something does go terribly wrong, one, you'll probably see it on camera in the future. Two, I'll definitely mention it, and I'll definitely update this video. I mean, for what it is, I think, and the price point, I think this is great. They did give me a link for any viewers of mine to get a discount on this. But like I said, this is I wouldn't say sponsored video, but they did give this to me for free. So if anyone has doubts about that, once again, take everything with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to be very honest here. They're not paying me to say good things about it. They said, hey, why don't you try this out? And I just tried it out. Preliminary test seemed good. They also sent me out a ladder. So this is something that I don't really think this is worth a full video to really talk about. You've all seen stuff like this before. This is very similar. The construction of this is actually pretty nice. Pops up, keeps on going, goes up to 15 feet. It's relatively light, which is nice. The only downside I see of this is, but this is all of this style, is like when you release these, it slides down really fast. So if you're not careful, this might catch your fingers. And these locks, I don't know in long term if I trust these locks. I would really want something to be more positively engaged like a pin, because these just have little grooves, and then these little clips clip into these grooves. But I'm not planning on using this for anything super crazy. The construction of it actually feels great. So I can't fault them on the construction. And in theory, when we're talking in terms of engineering forces, is that these pins are in shear. So you have two types of forces, right? So one is shear coming down this way. This is why most houses are built with nails, because nails have better shear strength than a bolt or a screw does, since there's no threads. So this is in shear. Generally, most bolts, like even like a 6mm bolt, have incredible shear strength. Like you could put like 1,000 pounds, that's exaggerated. I could look up that specific specification and put it on the screen. But you could put probably like 1,000 pounds on a 6mm bolt and it won't shear. So there's no doubt in my mind that these two pins that are holding in this rod can withstand 400 pounds, and that's what they advertise. So, but this is nice because it's really compact, fits in your trunk real nice. I mean, I could carry this up the stairs anywhere, whatnot, and this is not a problem for me at all. So this is nice. This is a nice feature. I do have those two lights outside I still want to replace, and it's been like 90 to 100 degrees outside, so that's why I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff. Monday, we're literally relining the gutters. It's finally done, so that's exciting. I'm putting a final coat on tomorrow, and on Monday, you should be able to see that. But after that, hopefully when the weather calms down a little bit, like right now it's like 95, 100 degrees outside. Like that's why I'm doing this inside and kind of in a rush because I've had no time to do anything. And this is, you know, something that's definitely gonna help. I could bring this around the house on the outside, you know, some things like replacing lights, light bulbs, whatnot. This is a really easy solution to, you know, pick up and grab. And the nice part about these is they also have hooks on them. I don't know if I'd use them per se for actually holding the ladder up because I don't think they're designed for that. And obviously I don't want to tell people that, especially when it's not designed, but I will show you what the hooks look like. So I have two hooks here, and these top caps here pop off, and just like the locks, there's a little pin, and you could hook these on, and once these are hooked on, basically, if you can raise this, or let's say you're on a second floor and you want to come down, you can hook this onto the side of the building, let go, and these will automatically go up and lock. Well, I'm hitting my ceiling. These will automatically lock. So that's kind of nice. Or, I mean, you could hold it, but if it doesn't hit the ground, then I don't know what you're going to do. So that's nice. I don't know if this is specifically a feature I'd use. I might use it for the attic, actually. That's not entirely inaccurate. I might use them for the attic. So yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. They drop real fast, so you kind of have to be gentle on the side, give it a little friction so you don't injure yourself. And these are, like, this is not locked. So it only locks when it locks into its place. They have this nice Velcro strap.
straps on. That way you can transport it real easy. These hooks obviously just come out like that. No big deal. There's some protective dust covers that go over these. And I can actually bring you guys closer so you can see the pin size, because I think that's something pretty important. So here's the pins that engage in, and that's basically how much you have to step on. But once again, these look like they're probably like 5 or 6 millimeter, and in theory, that's more than enough to help engage the shear amount for at least 400 pounds. So I think as a portable ladder, this is great. I don't know if I'd use this on construction sites full time, but definitely, I mean, it's an option, especially if you can't carry a big ladder or you're older and you have back trouble. This is relatively light. This is probably like maybe 30, 40 pounds tops. So that's definitely a viable option for people that have limited space or working in small apartments, whatnot, and you can't store a full-size ladder. I mean, even myself, I don't want to store a full-size ladder. It's just, I have to. And even storing that full-size ladder is a massive pain. It's just sitting outside right now in the sun. So this you can just store in a closet, and if you ever need to get something, I think it goes up to 15 feet, and they have one model that goes up to 20 feet. Hi guys, I know that was really short, and it's been pretty hectic here. It almost seems like every single week there's something. Either we get rain, we get a massive heat storm. We had actually one rainstorm here, and it was pretty wild. You'll see the actual footage on Monday, but no one expected it. The weather report said there was no rain, and then all of a sudden we got like a flash thunderstorm. The craziest part is it was so hot. It was like in the almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit here. It was so hot, it rained, it instantly vaporized. Like probably 20 minutes after it rained, it literally looked like it never rained. The only difference is it was super hot. So super hot and super humid. So it's been rough to be outside, especially on the roof because it's super hot. But this week we got a couple small things done. And one of the cool things I thought was this came in today. That came in yesterday. And I really wanted to try a lot of these things out. And once again, I want to emphasize that I'm just trying to be perfectly open, full disclaimer, that these products were sent to me for free. I did not pay for them. They messaged me and say, hey, do you want to try out some of these things? And personally, I was going to buy a stair crawler anyways. And I was actually looking at this brand of stair crawler anyways. So it wasn't like I thought to myself, oh, this is, I'm getting this one for free, so I'll just get this one. I would have paid my own money to buy this. So what they did do is they left me a couple affiliate links. If you guys care to buy this, and I'm just saying if you care to buy it, if you actually have a need for a product like this and it does solve a problem for you, feel free to use that link. It doesn't cost any more money to you. I think I get maybe like 1%, 2%. I have no clue. Or they don't give me any money. I really have no idea because we didn't sign a contract or anything. They just mail these products out for me. I don't know. The ladder, I do see myself using that a decent amount just for like the attic stuff and some other things. Easy to carry. I got to carry it to the 3rd floor. Am I going to leave that outside? Absolutely not. I don't think it's designed or rated for that. Is it going to, be used long term, like just open the whole time? Probably not. This is probably going to be something like, hey, I need to fix a light. Bring that out. It's portable. Pop it up. Bam, bam, bam. Fix the light bulb. Take it down. Bring it in. That's kind of the type of ladder I think this really satisfies, product-wise. If you're gonna do like a 30-foot ladder or something that stays up and you're gonna use ladder jacks, that's probably not the best solution for you. The stair crawler is definitely gonna get put through its paces. So this is just the initial review video, just to take a look at that. And basically, I'm gonna be carrying 36 pails. They're probably 60 to 80 pounds each of roofing material to the roof with that. In the future, I'm probably going to be carrying a bunch more stuff in that. So if anything goes wrong with that, I will be definitely updating you guys in this video. As far as everything else, I hope you guys have a good Friday and a good weekend. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I'm talking a lot. I know I ramble a lot. So maybe I'll put on some, things here and there for you guys to pay attention to so you don't have to just look at my head. But like I said, I appreciate all of you. I'm really, really happy that, we've built this community. Everyone seems overwhelmingly positive. I'm thinking about maybe starting some sort of Discord server or some sort of forum, some sort of group where people can actually talk to each other. and, you know, share stories, stuff like that. I think that'd be really, really cool to build a community, especially around people that like to, you know, do home renovations, do it yourself, stuff like that. Or ask questions about things when things awry. Or, you know, maybe there's a segment where people post quotes they get from, you know, different contractors, and other people can you know, comment and see like if they think they're getting ripped off, or, you know, take pictures of the work getting done, stuff like that. I don't know yet. I just think we have a great community here, and it would be a pity to not connect everyone and help each other out. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you Monday. Peace.